What do you get when a Disney star ends up overdosing on fentanyl and waking up blind? Yep, that's Demi Lovato's real-life plot twist. From Camp Rock to cardiac arrest, she's lived a life that's way more chaotic than her Disney scripts. She's been idolized, canceled, hospitalized, and still came back swinging. Fame, addiction, recovery, relapse. Her story has it all. So whether you loved or judged her, grab a drink. We're diving into the raw, messy truth behind Demi Lovato's wild ride. Before the fame, before the chaos, there was just a little girl in Texas who loved to perform. Demi Lovato got her start in the unlikeliest of places, Barney and Friends, alongside her future BFF, Selena Gomez. Cute, right? But things escalated quickly. In 2008, Demi scored the lead role in Disney Channel's Camp Rock opposite the Jonas Brothers. Overnight, she wasn't just a kid actress, she was a teen idol. Fans couldn't get enough of her. That same year, she dropped her debut album Don't Forget, which went gold. Disney gave her her own show, Sunny with a Chance, and her face was suddenly everywhere. Magazines, red carpets, you name it. By her late teens, Demi had already lived the kind of dream career people spend decades chasing. But under all the glitz, cracks were already forming. What people didn't see behind the red carpet smiles was that Demi was quietly suffering. The pressure to be perfect was suffocating. Behind closed doors, she was battling depression, eating disorders, and self-harm. And the spotlight only made things worse. By 18, Demi's life spun out of control. She was struggling with addiction, using cocaine heavily, drinking and partying, and even smuggling substances onto airplanes. After a much-publicized altercation with a backup dancer in 2010, she checked herself into rehab. It wasn't just the drugs. Demi also revealed she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, something she's spoken about candidly over the years. It was clear she wasn't just another pop star with a problem, she was a young woman drowning in pain, desperately trying to stay afloat. But if there's one thing Demi's always done, it's turn her pain into art. After leaving rehab, Demi came back with Unbroken in 2011. And with it came Skyscraper, a haunting anthem of survival that felt like it was ripped straight from her soul. It wasn't a comeback, it was a rebirth. She ditched the Disney image, embraced her struggles, and leaned into raw honesty. Fans related, she wasn't trying to be perfect anymore, she was trying to be real. Over the next few years, she released hits like Heart Attack, Confident, and Sorry Not Sorry, proving she still had the pipes and the star power. In 2015, she even co-founded her own record label, Safe House Records, with Nick Jonas and their manager. It was Demi taking control of her career and her voice. But addiction doesn't disappear just because the music is good. In June 2018, Demi dropped the song Sober, a heartbreaking confession that she had relapsed after 6 years of sobriety. Just a few weeks later, the worst thing happened. On July 24, 2018, Demi was found unconscious in her home after an overdose. It wasn't just any overdose, it was nearly fatal. The drugs she took were laced with fentanyl, a synthetic opioid 50 times stronger than heroin. She suffered 3 strokes, a heart attack, and brain damage. Her doctors told her she was minutes away from dying. The world was shaken. Fans flooded social media with prayers. Celebrities sent support. For a while, it wasn't clear if she'd even survive. When she finally woke up in the hospital, she revealed she was legally blind, had partial hearing loss, and suffered long-term health effects. Her vision and hearing would never fully recover. It wasn't just a scare, it was a brutal wake-up call. In typical Demi fashion, she didn't sweep any of it under the rug. In 2021, she released the documentary Demi Lovato Dancing with the Devil, and it was one of the rawest, unfiltered celebrity confessions ever put on film. She opened up about the night of her overdose, revealing she was sexually assaulted by the dealer who gave her the drugs. She talked about lying to her team, using heroin, and feeling completely alone. She didn't glamorize addiction, she exposed it, and it was jarring, emotional, and necessary. The documentary also showed a different side of recovery, one filled with gray areas. Demi explored being California sober for a time, meaning she used marijuana and alcohol in moderation, though she later admitted it wasn't working and went fully sober again. Recovery, as she put it, isn't a straight line. It's messy, personal, and filled with trial and error. Since then, Demi has used her platform to become an outspoken advocate for mental health, addiction recovery, and body positivity. She's worked with organizations to destigmatize mental illness, spoken at events, and encouraged others to seek help without shame. Her openness has been life-changing for so many fans. She doesn't pretend to have all the answers. She admits when she's struggling. She talks about therapy, trauma, relapse, and healing, topics that most celebrities avoid, like the plague. She's also been honest about the permanent damage her overdose caused, like ongoing vision and hearing impairment, and even a fear of driving due to blind spots. It's a daily battle, but she's still fighting. And through it all, the music never stopped. In 2022, Demi dropped Holy F Feck, and let's just say it was a comeback with bite. Gone was the polished pop star image. In its place, punk rock energy, raw lyrics, and zero apology. One of the most talked about tracks, 29, took aim at her past relationship with actor Wilmer Valderrama, calling out the uncomfortable age gap. She was 17 when they met. He was 29. It was personal, painful, and powerful. This wasn't the old Demi. This was a woman unafraid to speak the truth, even if it hurt. So, where is she now? As of 2024, Demi is still standing and evolving. She's continued making music, performing live, and taking her time with projects. She stepped away from industry pressure and leaned into her identity. After coming out as non-binary in 2021 and using they/them pronouns, she later shared she's comfortable with she/her too, reflecting how her journey is ever-changing. Most importantly, she's learned to set boundaries. She's not chasing fame, she's chasing peace. Well, you know what Demi's story really means? Demi Lovato's story isn't just about fame and downfall, it's about survival, it's about transparency, and it's about how healing isn't glamorous, but it's possible. She didn't just survive addiction, she lives with it openly. She didn't just sing about mental health, she lives through the highs and lows. And she's used every scar, every headline, every painful moment to help others feel less alone. Yes, she rose. Yes, she crashed, but more importantly, she got back up, again and again. In a world of perfect filters and curated lives, Demi's rawness stands out. She's not the polished pop star we met on Disney, she's something more powerful now, real. And maybe, just maybe, that's what we all need more of. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for the latest updates.